Know anything about legumes? Okay, well, we would Google it after the fact and come to clarity. Legumes grow on vines. We have to understand how difficult it is for a vine to grow of its own. You see, it needs something to grow around. So these legumes are incidents that are occurring in your children's lives, all of which will grow into something. You see grow into something. And there are legumes that come out of living with your mom, and there are legumes that come out of living with you. And the point is to have equal numbers of vines growing, equal numbers of opportunities for the children to grow, so that when they enter the age of reason, boom, they can start making clear choices from jump. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There, whatever that was, George. They'll do it a couple more times because they see how you think it's the physical movement. So they gave you the physical movement at 3 different speeds, so you can look for something that's either similar or different with those 3 events just now. Realigning, that distracted me. I have to realign. My mind went off on a tangent. It's like, I'm curious too. It's like, ooh, what would that mean? Off my mind goes, galloping, come back. My guides are going, whoa, Nellie. There we go. All right, so now the choreographer is here and he's tugging I thought they were strands, but they're really the vines from the legumes, weaving the pattern, weaving the pattern, weaving the pattern, weaving the pattern. So it seems like this kind of, I don't understand. It seems like your middle child need sorry, I have to spray. Okay, what we need to do is clear first, clear the energy first. So we'll just start drawing up. There's now this big pit of sadness. And so here's where this sadness comes from, and it's coming from an intersection of another intention. It has to do with the panic and the self-esteem. It's like, oh my God, am I hurting my kids? Oh my God, am I hurting my kids? I don't want to hurt my kids. 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 Not that, anything but that. I can stand anything but that, but I can't stand the thought of hurting my kids. Not that, anything else. I'll cut myself, I'll do anything, but I don't want to hurt my kids. And I could be, Now I get that they need this experience, you see? I get that now. So maybe I've given them enough experience, right? And now I feel like I'm standing in front of, I think I've lost my Kleenex there. An angel. I'm standing in front of an angel, huge angel in white. It's like if I just bow down, she'll touch my head and I'll be cleansed of sin, which isn't a concept that I don't have, but it's the idea of having made mistakes, and that there's forgiveness. So, is this okay with you? Can we just say yes, please, and accept this?
Yes.
there. There, whatever's there. Whatever's there. And whatever's happening right now. This big, huge, enormous, kind of soft, squishy ball. It was not soft and black and hard like the first one. It's this huge, enormous, soft, squishy ball, almost beach ball size, and it's got a net around it, and it's heavy. It's like we've got to pull this up from the bottom of the sea almost, you know, hand over hand, and it's like a giant jellyfish, and so we can't just rip it up because, or do this too fast because it will goop out. We'll lose it. So easy does it, easy does it, easy does it, but we want to get this whole thing out. So now I'm just going to start to, so this is a trauma. You see a deep trauma from current life. The fear, the trauma is repeated fears of, oh my God, maybe I'm hurting my kids. Does this feel true? Let's get it out, okay? You don't want this, right? Let's get it out. Up it goes. I'm asking the light beings to take this, the angels to take it. And now angels are all around, which means that look how many people in the world feel exactly the same way. Millions of people just suffering with life, you know. Every abused child in the world has had a parent who has felt this way, and you're not an abuser. You know, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But it's like, look how many people have this pattern, you see? Look how many people have this pattern where they just are just beating themselves up, saying, oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. Like stabbing themselves in the gut, how it looks like is stabbing ourselves with knives, you know? And what parent hasn't lost their patience with their child? This is a universal parental phenomenon. Every single parent in the world has lost their patience with their child. May we all be helped right now. May we all be helped right now. Me too, me too. May we all be helped. All parents. We just love our kids. We love our kids. We're trying to help our kids. We're doing our best, and we're hurting them all the time, and we know we are. I see our dad in Thessalonica, you know. He was hurting us bad, but he was trying to help. I see all the parents who hurt us trying to help. I see how we've hurt over millennia, over many lifetimes, hurt our kids over and over trying to help. How it's this cycle on earth, and that it doesn't have to continue anymore. And so right now, may all beings be cleared of this cycle. Everybody's been a child. Most people have been parents, but everybody's been a child. And so everybody on earth, of all species, everybody has been exposed to this phenomenon of parents trying to help the children, and sometimes it's not a help. So may we all be healed of this. 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 And so now, Melina, it's kind of a paradox of divine energy healing. If we offer ourselves as vessels to heal everybody else who suffers with this pattern, we ourselves benefit 1,000 times more than if we just tried to heal ourselves. Does this make sense? Are you willing to try it? Let's go for it, right? You're okay with this? Use us as vessels. Use us as vessels to heal this pattern for all beings, to heal the cycle of suffering between parent and child, to heal the cycle of suffering between parent and child, knowing that the parent's really trying to help. Every parent really loves their child. There isn't a parent on earth when they're expecting their child that thinks, you know what I'd really like to do is hurt this child. Nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks that. To heal the cycle of suffering between parent and child. To heal the cycle of suffering. Use us as vessels to heal the cycle of suffering. Drawing this into the past. Healing all the past, you see. Healing all the past. Giving us on earth a fresh slate, a new beginning. What this angel is doing for us, it's got a word. It's like forgiveness. It's a word. Absolution. Absolution. give us absolution. All of us here on earth. A fresh start. In my lingo, my fancy lingo, I say, press the reset button. Let's press the reset button on the cycle of suffering between parent and child. For Earth. Do it for us and for all beings. Do it for us and for all beings. Do it for us and for all beings. And right now I was having a little conversation with the guides. I said, what about plants? And they say they do it too. The big trees shade out the little trees. Not because they want to, but just because it happens. Bing! Whatever's going on, George. So be it, so be it, so be it. Where am I on time? How much left?
10 minutes.
Thank you. Okay. Melina, there's a situation that occurs when traumatic events happen. There can be a part of our soul that does not want to be present for what's going on. Too much, too intense. I don't want to be here. And so we can, in moments of trauma, lose aspects of our soul. Now, everybody you've ever met has this phenomenon. This doesn't mean you're fragmented or broken. What it means is you've lost some soul energy. Everybody you've ever met has lost soul energy. You notice we can be fine without it, but it's like vitamins. The more of it we have in our system, the easier it is to be who our souls want us to be, to live the lives we've come here to live. And so right now there's a lot of soul energy of yours coming in, and it shows up when it's ready to heal. It wouldn't show up if it wasn't ready. It's here because we've released this big trauma, pulled it out. Oh, the little black one is still there. Let me get it. Hold on. Your guides rang a little bell like, pay attention. So now I'll pull the little black thing out that wouldn't come out before because it was hidden underneath the big blobby jellyfish thing from current life. So let me just check again, make sure I got all the traumas out. Your guides are hysterically funny. They're talking between themselves like I can't hear. It's like, I'm right here, hello. And they're talking about how I've got ADD. Easily distracted. Hello, I'm right here. There you go. All right. So what I'm going to do in a minute, Melina, if it's okay with you, is I'm going to create a little bubble, a separate bubble inside of the bubble in my hands, and I'm going to call for the aspects of your soul that are ready to heal, to come back into this little bubble right now, and I'll help them heal. I won't really, the light beings will. I'm just here holding the bubble, really. I'll do a little bit, but I'll do my part. We'll all work together. And when they're healed, clear, light, bright, no trauma, just pure energy, no longer suffering, then this is something that we would like to bring back to you. Would you accept it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Here we go. I'm going to just refresh this little bubble inside and refresh our big bubble too. Get that vortex spinning, giving us perfect clear space, establishing clear space within us and around us, living waters flowing, starting to now call these aspects of your soul energy into this little bubble. Lots of other lives too. If it's we don't need to know the stories, just similar patterns. You see parent-child interaction, parent-child interaction, parent-child interaction, and other stuff too. Parent-child interaction and other stuff too. We're packing in some things that, you see, I don't know if I'm going to work with you again, sweetheart. And so your guides are wise in the ways of these things. That's how they word it. We're wise in the ways of these things. And so they're putting packages, unwrapped packages into this bubble so that those gifts will be inside of you and they can unwrap themselves when it's time. And that some of them will open in about a month, and some of them will open in about 2 months, and some will open in about 3 months, okay? So there's whatever's happening today, and then about in monthly installments, other energy shifts will occur. This is okay with you? Okay. We say yes. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All of that's going into this bubble, and I'm just starting to pulse the bubble. It's like stirring it. It's like I've got a bunch of jelly, that jellyfish thing here, and I just need to get it homogenized, completely homogenized. That's my part. And then meanwhile, we have like angelic beings who are humming, who are vibrating. And so it sounds like humming, but they're just vibrating. They're emitting a frequency, a pitch into this bubble. Tuning it. Musicians, I'm going to ask the musicians who are light beings who work with tuning to draw this soul energy to its perfect vibration. It's ready. What I'm going to do is put a funnel in your energy body somewhere.